Hi everyone, you're watching Wendy Mutata's YouTube channel. My name is Ino Mutong. I'm a singer, songwriter. And in celebration of Women's Month, Wendy is doing a series called Defining Women. So this is one of the episodes. We hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna do a young cover nyana for you, ne? So deep in my feelings, no, this ain't really like me. Can't control my anxiety. Feeling like I'm touching the ceiling. When I'm with you, I can't breathe. Boy, you do something to me. Oh, now I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. No, now I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Listen to my heart go ba-dum, boot up, beat-it-a-dum, boot up. Hear my heart go ba-dum, boot up, beat-it-a-dum. It just won't stop, it goes ba-dum, boot up, beat-it-a-dum, boot up. Hear my heart go ba-dum, boot up, beat-it-a-dum. It just won't stop, it goes ba-dum, boot up, beat-it-a-dum, boot up. Hear my heart go ba-dum, boot up, beat-it-a-dum. It just won't stop, it goes ba-dum, boot up, beat-it-a-dum, boot up. Hear my heart go ba-dum, boot up, beat-it-a-dum, boot up.
Okay, why did you choose that song?
Actually, I didn't choose the song. The pianist chose the song. It's just recently, I think a few weeks ago, we were working on a cover of LMI's Boot Up, and we just decided to do our own freestyle. It's not the one I did today. Today I did the original cover, but we do have another cover that we worked on with another friend of mine, Banele, another member of the family, Banele from Outgay. He's all the way in KZN, and he did his little rap verse. So ever since then, we've kind of like fallen in love with the song, and you know, every time we need to jam, we just pull out Boot Up. Like, so I just thought we would best pick this song for today.
So what made you start singing?
Why did I start singing? That's a funny question. Actually, I do need to put this out there. When I was young, I actually wanted to be a firefighter. Like, everybody knew this girl's gonna be a firefighter. I was like, I want to be a firefighter. I'd go on you know, those firefighting workshops for high school learners. I've always wanted to be a firefighter. But what actually got me into music was, I think this is the basic foundation of a lot of musicians, church. I was introduced to the junior choir, Yako Kerekeng by a friend of mine, Fundo Ngema. And from there on, I just started, you know, growing gradually in music. And I started, not necessarily studying it, but I started practicing more. And I actually realized, I actually do have a voice when I was not even aware. That's how I started music. And then I just started going out and just looking out for like the smallest opportunities. If there'd ever be an event and be like, we need backing vocalists, I'd go. So I've been a backing vocalist most of my music career up until last year. I started being individual last year, when I was working on, I was Bongani Khadebe's backing vocalist for Evening of Love 2018. And during that time when we were rehearsing and we were practicing, there was a guy called Touchline. You probably know Touchline. There's a guy called Touchline. He's a rapper. He'd bring me into studio, and then he just asked me, just in your voice over here, do a few harmonies over here. And it was my first studio session, so it was very exciting to be in the studio and actually be doing something on my own. And I think it was just excitement. It got to me. And then Touchline wrote a song for me. He titled it Sondela La. We recorded. It was my first recorded the song. The song was, oh wow, everybody loved it. Everyone was jamming to it. So I was like, yeah, I actually do want to sing. Yeah, I want to do this. This is great. I was loving the attention. I was like, I'm ready for this. I'm gonna do this. So yeah, that's actually how I started my music career. But I think after that, that's when I actually started taking things more seriously and more professionally. I started taking professional gigs. I started practicing more. I started doing my research. I became a full-blown artist, actually, yeah.
I understand that you are a makeup artist apart from you singing. So any advice that you have for women out there? You know how we see these women with eyebrows, contouring. I mean, wow.
Well, funny story. I'm not a makeup artist. I just learned how to do my own makeup. So I don't necessarily do people's makeup professionally, like on a paying level. But yeah, I do have a lot of advice. This is how I learned how to do my makeup. YouTube videos. I cannot emphasize this enough. Go to YouTube, watch tutorials. There are millions of people making tutorials every day. There are people who simplify it. They break them down for you. They'll do eyebrow tutorials. They'll do eyeshadow tutorials. They do contouring tutorials, lipstick tutorials. There are very various tutorials on YouTube for you to watch, and they really help. They really help because the more you watch them, the more you actually get to practice and see your mistakes and learn your mistakes. They tell you which products to use for what. They explain your skin types. For example, when it comes to your eyebrows, for example, you have the option of using this eyebrow gel. There's those crayons. Then there's the pencil. There's that powder to fill that different. Oh, and another thing is when you if you don't know how to do your eyebrows, technology loves us. We have stencils. That you can just put in your eyebrows and you just paint over it, and then you just take the stencil off and you have the perfect eyebrow. Or if you are ambitious like me, you can start from scratch and just draw it over your eyebrow. My advice when it comes to your eyebrows, always tweeze your eyebrows. You don't want unruly hairs on your eyebrows. You must always keep your eyebrows tweezed. I didn't do my eyebrows today, but I would show you. You must always keep your eyebrows tweezed so that you have the perfect shape and the clean plates for you to actually draw over, and you can see the actual shape of your eyebrows. Here's another important tip when it comes to your eyebrows. Always follow the shape of your natural eyebrows. Do not draw what is not already there, because then you will look ridiculously funny. Remember, when you draw your eyebrows, you're trying to keep them as natural as possible. So always go for the natural shape of your eyebrow. When it comes to color, I used to be afraid of using a black pencil, but I'd always use like a dark brown pencil. I prefer a pencil over the gels and everything because the pencil helps me to be more precise. Yes, colors. Go with whatever works with your skin tone. That's the most important thing. You don't want anything to look out of place. So always go with something that works with your skin tone. Like I said, I was afraid of black until I actually tried it out, and black actually does work for me. For other skin tones, go for dark brown or whatever shade of brown. It's always best to go on the darker side of the browns because it's hair, so you do want it to look like the natural color of the hair. So yeah, or black, or your maybe your darker grays. Those also work. And then after drawing your eyebrows, it's always important to clean it because it's pencil, so it gets like all over your face, and so you do want to clean it. There are brushes that are used specifically for cleaning up your eyebrows. There are people who use concealers to clean their eyebrows. I, for one, am not really a fan of the concealer because I think it's probably because I haven't really gotten used to using it, Fundy One. But I prefer using my foundation. So the very foundation that I use for the rest of my face, I use that to clean up my eyebrows, and then you have the same tone. But other people prefer using a concealer to highlight, actually. So when you use it to clean the eyebrow, and then it actually gives you like that highlight underneath your brows. A tip that I learned from this lady called Dima Ume on YouTube. A tip I got from her was that when you use a concealer, use a lighter shade underneath and use something darker at the top because you don't want that halo effect on your eyebrows. yeah, that's how I do my eyebrows. And then when it comes to eyeshadows, I'm not a fan of color. And again, I think it's probably because I haven't really learned how to use colors and, you know, how to coordinate the colors. But when it comes to eyeshadows, I always go for like the most neutral colors: your browns, your nudes, your pinks, your golds, your brown, your brown. The more nude colors is what I always go for because I'm trying to look as natural as possible.
What about lipsticks?
Lipsticks.
Yes.
Yo, I love lipsticks. Lipsticks, I can literally go for anything. Lipsticks are great. A tip when you do your lips, always line your lips because you don't want the lipstick falling out of, you know, your lips, like on the corners of your lips and stuff like that. So you don't want that. Always line your lips first, then apply the lipstick. The great thing about lipsticks is you can play around with any color you actually want. Something I enjoy doing lately is the ombre thingy that they do when you have like a darker shade on the outside and a lighter shade on the inside. I absolutely love that. Very easy to do. You just apply the darker lipstick and then you apply the one in the center and you patch your lips and it looks amazing. Another very cool thing that I saw them doing was they apply this like a gold highlighter, bronzer just at the top. It gives you a very nice goldish effect here, and it gives your lips like the perfect shape and the perfect contouring. So that I also like. Contouring your face, that one doesn't even need a matric certificate. It's very easy. You just, after applying your foundation, you apply a concealer right underneath here. It's just to highlight. Concealer right underneath your eyes, just above your cheekbone, and then just beneath your cheekbone, and then on, what do they call it? Well, the center of your nose. I don't know what they call it. The center of your nose, to create to have that 3D effect, or like a more thinner looking nose, and then the sides will be obviously darker. They have products for that. Usually we just buy contouring palettes that have all the colors, then it makes your life a lot easier because then you know which colors to use, you know which shades go best with your skin color. Another tip for makeup, always use powder, so that your makeup stays in place. Always use powder. Always use setting spray so that your makeup can last for the rest of the day. You don't want your makeup to be looking like you stood too long in the sun and then it melted away, or so always have setting spray. It really helps. Those are my tips when it comes to makeup. Just, if you don't know how to do your makeup, my darling, please keep it as clean as you possibly can. Keep it as natural as you possibly can. That is the best advice I can give to you. Do not be ambitious until you are sure. Be like me. Be like me. Keep it natural as much as you possibly can, and you'll be ready to go. Look gorgeous. Yes. Thank you for watching Wendy Mutata's show. I had an awesome time being here. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to her page. So if you're watching this video, click on that subscribe button. It's like right below. That red subscribe button below. Click on it, and don't just click on the subscribe button. There's a blue bell right next to it. That means every time Wendy posts a video, you get notified. So click on that as well. You can follow her on social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Yes, those are the ones. And keep watching more of her videos. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Ina Matong.
Where can people